Zero sound coming.
All right, here we
Sorry.
go.
Rookies. This
All
is
right,
first time.
it's been a little while.
It's been a while.
Okay, so we are. People can hear us
Just
now.
shaking the rest
Let's
off.
check everyone.
I'm sorry.
Yep, it's there. I'm hearing it loud.
Okay. Here we go.
and
We're good,
clear.
guys. We normally don't go live. All right, here we go. Well, anyway, welcome back to the Big Screen Boys podcast. My name is Mason Knight. Sitting across from me is the one and only Cash Kraus. But before we begin, for the second time, if you guys could please be sure to smash the like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification as we drop videos here every single week. And shout out to everyone. 19,000 subscribers.
19,000. First time I heard that.
We just hit it. Yeah, it was the first time,
First
not the
time,
second
yeah.
time.
Road to 20K.
Road to
Is what I
20K.
hear.
I feel a little deja vu.
People keep saying that around town. Actually,
They do.
The Big Screen Boys. They're on the road to
They're
20K.
almost 20K. Big shout out to everyone though who
Yes,
supports
thank you so
and
much.
watches the podcast.
Absolutely.
It really is pretty incredible. We already got a couple people in the live chat, so thank
Yes,
you
we
guys here.
do.
We are here, Cash. What are we talking about today?
Big day. The last Indiana Jones, Mason. The very last one.
So they say.
So they say. He's done.
Yeah,
He's
oh,
done.
I mean,
He was begging to be done in this one.
yeah. I mean, the man's pushing 80.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
How
he
old
is
is he?
80.
No, he's like 78, right?
Yeah, I think he's like 78 or 79.
Have
but,
some respect
Harrison
for the
Ford,
man.
I mean, what a career as Indiana Jones. And I got to say, it looked pretty good in this one as well.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of talk about this film, obviously, it being the last one, it not being directed by Steven Spielberg this time.
Yes.
Newcomer coming on, James Mangold, who's a great director.
Yes, he is.
Direct probably the best comic book movie, in my opinion, Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Violent, brutal, the one we wanted for a long
Emotional
time.
journey, like it really just grabbed me.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I rewatch that film all the time too. It's brutal. It's so good.
It is.
But we are here to talk about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. A lot of talk about this one, Mason. Right
That's
now,
what I wanted.
A lot of talk about this one.
I'm really glad that you wanted to jump into this first because I saw a lot of negative reviews on this film and a lot of hate. And I was like, boy, I was nervous today because I saw it and I just got back from it.
Yeah.
I was real nervous, dude. I was like, man, am I going to hate this? Is this going to be trash?
This film had a tough time marketing wise.
Yeah.
A lot of people, things were coming out about the story, about the plot very early on. People were very scared about the de-aging of Harrison Ford, CGI. People weren't sure how they're going to handle Shia LaBeouf, this mutt character.
Yeah.
People were joking about it. Yes.
No
they ended up
cameo
killing
either.
him off.
They did.
People were joking before it came out, like they're going to kill him off.
And they
People-
killed him off. And Harry, you know what's so
Although
funny?
they did it's probably the best scene in the
It is.
film.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad they at least touched on it a little bit more. But
course.
that's
Well,
for Shia LaBeouf.
for sure.
I'm sure he's sitting in the film. What the
What the
fuck?
fuck? Yeah, I know.
Sucks.
But what about Harrison Ford actually had to do like a real, I mean, he's a true actor to be able to
Yeah.
portray those emotions.
Oh,
he
yeah.
so deeply hates his son's character, like the actor. I mean, what an actor.
That's
For that
why you
grumpy
pay
man to be
him
emotional?
$20 million
I
for the
know.
film.
You have to
20.
because he's a true professional through and
Although
through.
Harrison Ford, don't forget, the only reason he signed on to the new Star Wars film was for them to make a new Indiana Jones. He
Yes.
loves making these films,
It's near and dear to his heart.
but he's not taking a pay cut.
No, he's most certainly not.
not a
He
chance.
said, you know what? I may be close to my 80s,
Yeah.
but you're going to pay me.
You're
for
gonna pay
this."
me the most you've ever paid me.
Yeah, and they did.
Because that 20 million's hurting right now.
Yeah.
Right now, versus the box office. But we'll talk about that a little later. But I thought he did great in it.
So
I
did
thought the de-aging looked really good for the most part.
Mhm.
I mean, man, 98% of it looked really, really good.
Yeah.
Only thing that they couldn't do was his voice. He sounded like a 78-year-old
He most certainly did.
when he was 40 or whatever he's
yeah.
supposed to be, right?
And the CGI, I will agree with you. It did look really, really good. There were slight moments where I
Action
could see
scenes.
lip problems.
almost action scenes, I think, when he's really moving. It was a little
Little
blurry on the
blurry.
face or something.
Yeah.
But man, I was looking close, and I'm a big opponent of a lot of
Mhm.
CGI, but I was looking close. I mean, it looked very good.
When I thought Mads looked good too. And
yeah, the only thing that I didn't think was that they should have aged him a little bit more.
Yes.
I thought in the future, because he
Right.
did not age as much as Harrison
he
Ford.
most certainly
I
did
mean,
not.
Although he is aging better than Harrison Ford in real life as well. Mads looks great.
Well, and Toby Jones too. They did a little de-aging on him. You know?
Toby Jones, what can you do with that?
You know,
He's
I
Toby
know,
Jones. The
I
guy
know.
looks like a gremlin.
He does, no matter what. Great actor. Though.
He is great.
Goodness, he really
He's
is.
great. But yeah, I mean, it's not getting great reviews right now. It's not getting horrible. It's not getting Crystal Skull. But I'm pretty much in the same ballpark as everyone else. It's not the best Indiana Jones.
Mhm.
It's not the worst one.
No.
It's not better than the original trilogy.
But again, I went to this movie with very low expectations and found myself having fun with it all the way through.
Yeah, I have a lot of hope in James Mangold. I think he's a great director. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I think the last act I had some problems with. The last 20 minutes I had some problems with, but I had a lot of fun with it. That first opening scene,
Best part of the film.
great.
Best
It was so
opening
good,
25,
and
30
that
minutes.
Felt like Indiana Jones to me.
Yes.
Where Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I'll keep going back to it. They were trying to do like a combination of like a 50s sci-fi film, like a B film, and then still that action adventure. And it was half foot in, half foot. And then that's when you get Shia LaBeouf swinging on vines with monkeys.
Or the terrible Jeep CGI of him jumping
and
from
it
one to the other. And it looked terrible.
It looked horrible. But this one felt more like James Mangold understood what an Indiana Jones film was.
A little big screen boy / have you seen it back in the day history. We have reviewed every single Indiana Jones except
we did.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That's literally the only
one.
one
And I have
we
seen
not
it probably
reviewed.
5 times because it is an Indiana Jones film.
Yeah.
And it has scenes that are great, and it has scenes that are horrible. I mean, this man has been through a lot, and he's still doubting a lot of what's going on. He's seen aliens.
He has.
Transdimensional beings. Yep. But he doubts everything still.
He's like, yeah, I don't believe in
time
magic,
travel. Can't happen.
It's impossible. But I did see interdimensional aliens in the last film.
I've seen them crack open the Ark and melt 30 Nazi
skins.
faces.
Yeah,
right.
I know.
I've seen the Holy Grail. Took a sip from it.
I saw the replica of the
magic.
Yeah, magic. It's
out.
A little far fetched for me. I don't believe
I ain't buying
at this point.
I ain't buying it. But I like the opening sequence. Was so much fun.
It was. That was the highlight of the film.
Felt so good. Yeah. I mean, and then when that music hits also, it felt great. Yeah. I felt there was a lot of chase scenes in this one for some reason. And they felt like they went on a little too long also.
I would have to agree on that. And that was actually one of the things that I wanted to mention too, was there were quite a few chase scenes.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is getting redundant.
There's always chase scenes in Indiana Jones. Usually one, I think, one or two, but a lot in this one. And they went on for maybe too long. Like it should be, short, quick, and really powerful, really fun. These ones went on maybe 30 seconds too long, where you just honestly they got a little boring at some point.
What I will say though is they seamlessly transition between Harrison Ford, the actual actor, and the stunt double well, where I could not tell. And whatever stunt double that was ran the same mannerisms as Harrison Ford, kind of being an older man. So it looked really fluid. I was looking hard at that, being like, okay, am I going to see clearly stunt double and then Harrison Ford?
I think he did do a lot of his own stuff too. I mean, obviously not him on the horse.
Or jumping across.
Whenever it would be like a close-up on the horse, not when the horse is galloping. But I like that chase scene with the horse a lot. Also, that's before you kind of get hit over the head with chasing after chasing. That's kind of the first one. Or the second one, I guess, because the start has a chase scene on the train.
And one thing I really liked about this is, we have seen so many like, Nazi type films where you're fighting Nazis, you're killing Nazis, doing all that kind of stuff. But I liked the kind of twist of Mads' character actually going back in time to kill Hitler.
Yeah,
that was kind of a cool twist because I've never seen that
Everyone wants to kill Hitler.
Exactly.
But he's doing it for the wrong.
He's doing it for, exactly.
That would be my luck. I'd go back to kill Hitler. I'm thinking, I'm going to save 6 million Jews.
Exactly.
I kill them. They win the war.
And you're like, oh no.
What did I do?
What do we do?
I got to go back and kill myself now to make sure I'm not going to kill Hitler.
It would be a mess.
I did like that a lot.
Time travel can be messy.
Yeah, but I like that where he kept bringing up, he's like, you didn't win the war. Hitler lost the war. He was a real fanatic.
He was.
He really loved the cause. I also love that he's like, we traveled to the moon. We're done with space.
I know. What? We have so much more to explore.
Nope, done.
Done. We're good.
Yeah, time now. Time. But yeah, I loved Mads' character. I wish he got a better death scene. This is probably the worst death scene for a villain in any Indiana Jones.
I would agree with that.
No face melting, no super aging, super fast or anything like that.
Just a plane crash.
Just an unfortunate plane crash.
An old fashioned.
In the year
214 BC.
214 BC.
Yes. Yeah.
Someone's going to dig that plane up.
Oh, they most certainly
and
will.
have questions.
So many questions.
That's a World War II.
That's
bomber.
like an Ancient Aliens type thing, Where they're digging that up.
That's something the government's got to cover up.
They have
quick.
to.
Oh,
I hope they do.
We can't handle that. But yeah, I thought Mads was great.
He's good in everything.
He's so good.
We're big fans of Mads on this podcast.
His face should have been a little messed up though, taking that rail to the. I mean,
I agree. I thought we were going to see severely
one
scarred or
scar?
something. Yeah, he hit that thing hard.
He should have had.
I mean, he's out for the 10 count. You know what I'm saying? Like
he should have had severe brain damage. Like he should have been off the rails, crazy.
Yeah, he should have looked like Sloth from Goonies after that.
I thought for sure they were going to turn around and he was going to have no face,
like caved in face,
like Harvey Dent.
Right, but nothing.
A small. Like the surgeon, that guy, the plastic surgeon they have in Nazi Germany.
It must be tremendous.
Fantastic.
Part of Operation Paperclip, like, I don't know, the transition
there. But yeah, he was great. The other henchmen, I felt like all of them could have had a better death. That was my problem with the third act and some other things. Especially when they're shooting out of the plane at these ships. I'm like, who are you? There's the thousands of these.
That was weird.
Yeah, they're just so
well, and even the ships like being able to hit the plane with so much accuracy. I was like,
well, not in that. Why is the plane flying so low?
Also, yeah, great question.
Why are we flying 30 feet above the ground when we're in a plane? It's not a fucking hover.
I did think it was funny though that the Romans all thought they were dragons.
Well, yeah, of course they're going to try to shoot that thing down.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And a Nazi getting taken out by a Roman. I enjoyed a lot. Yeah. But I thought it was really stupid them shooting at it. I thought, I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to kill all of them?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have to. So I thought that was ridiculous. And how they all died. All of these guys should have had kind of separate deaths because they were bad guys,
Yeah.
So I wanted a more, liquefy this guy or melt him or something along the lines. One guy gets drowned. I thought that was pretty cool. The big Nazi.
Yes.
Gets handcuffed to the grate.
Yep.
Deservedly so.
Right. Bad way to go.
Yeah. And I liked it. It was a cool death.
Yeah.
But I needed a little bit more of that.
I did like the dial too. I kind of like that concept of, it has been done before, but the half and half and them having to go find it and all it did feel Indiana Jones. Like in the way that they had to discover where these pieces were. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Antonio Banderas' super short cameo. I guess it wasn't a cameo, but I liked it too. I didn't think he'd be dead so fast.
Blown away so fast. Yeah. But he R.I.P.
R.I.P. But I like that scene, of course, and something that it did well is it didn't beat you over the head with callbacks to the original series.
Yes.
Like Crystal Skull, I felt did a lot more of that.
Yeah.
This is definitely its own film. There are small things like you get a picture of Sean Connery on the wall or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like one thing over another. We're not just keep redoing. The only thing I felt like they didn't need to do is the kid. I didn't feel like you needed to involve the kid. It's like doing the short round.
It was short round. Okay, that was a lot of short round for me. That's what I
Why? Felt. We didn't need that. It did not go that way for anything else, but adding that kid in, it was just a way to get them an exit route. Like that whole character was Ren, so they had a way out of, but they should have fucking.
Well, I mean, how many
should have figured something else out?
Well, and the Nazis could have killed that kid 50 times.
Yeah, and a pilot sleeping in the plane.
Yeah.
Convenient.
Very convenient. Yeah, very convenient and also a little ridiculous.
Let me tell you, the time travel scene was cool. The whole
concept of it with
fissure in time and it breaking open. I thought that was super cool. And the whole reveal of Archimedes, like he built this dial to be able to like predict natural disasters and things.
Yes.
What he ended up being able to do though was figuring out that something with the planets, it's Indiana Jones science. So
of course.
But he's been able to figure out fissures in time, these like rips in time where you can travel and whatnot. And when they found Archimedes, he had like a up to date, like a Casio watch on. Mm-hmm. So they're like, this fucker.
Hold on, what? Yeah. How did this guy get watch? Because time wasn't
cool.
For like over 1,000 years. So they were like, how did he find
exactly?
That?
So I thought
those were good cool. Little like hints. You know what I mean? Good little clues.
And the whole thing of him being off because of the continental drift, like totally made sense. And then sending him back to 214 was super cool.
It was.
But the kid flying the plane through the thing and then the guy waking up and being like, okay with everything. All right, let's do it.
Well, and that's the thing. No one's ever going to beat Short Round. And I wish, I mean, the kid was a good actor. In all fairness,
you didn't need
you didn't need him in it. But I mean, if you're that kid, you're happy, especially with his performance too, because he did a good job. It was just the character.
Yeah, exactly. I just felt like you were just trying to do the same thing because you're already trying to do kind of the same thing as they did with the Phoebe Waller-Bridger character, is bringing in like it's not his daughter, it's his goddaughter.
Goddaughter.
Yes. And I thought she did good too. She's unlikable at times, that's for sure. I mean, she betrays him way
few
too
times.
many times.
Well, and then
to a
she-
point, at some point, I'm like, is she the villain of the story?
know, yeah.
Because I kind of hate her.
Mhm.
Because she turns really cold. Like once
Really
they get
fast.
to like the casino where she's trying to sell the dial.
Well, she was just really into capitalism.
She was.
You know, she said, "Hey, 100,000, I'll sell everyone out."
And the dial drove Toby Jones crazy. So she had a point not to want it. And I kind of like that twist too.
That
Where
is
it's
true.
like at first it seemed like she was obsessed with it because he was.
Mhm.
But then she just wanted to get rid of the thing.
Yeah.
And betray him. But
And I did like that twist too on the ship when she's telling them all the information that they need to
Yeah.
find the second half of the dial. And then she's got the dynamite in the back of her hand, you know? And then as they're escaping, she's celebrating.
yeah.
And like,
I like that
Harrison
too.
Ford, very emotional scene. He's like, my friend just got murdered.
yeah.
And she's like,
That's
"Oh,
what I'm saying. She's kind of a
sorry."
sociopath.
Yeah, a little bit.
But super. I mean, they should have went west and then maybe hooked around.
Right.
'Cause
Yeah.
Mads was like,
Mads was like,
nope, going east.
Really? That's interesting.
I
He's
know.
like, I guess we're going to follow them.
Yeah, it's so simple.
It really was.
But yeah, I like that. And what I was gonna get at with like the boat scene is they didn't do snakes, they did eels.
We did eels.
Which are
You
the
know
snakes
what?
of the
I actually
water.
like that a lot
Yeah.
because we didn't need to do snakes again.
They did do bugs.
But the eels was
They're
great.
like, we gotta do bugs.
Bugs.
Bugs are big.
Bugs are huge.
Bugs are always in
we
the
always
Indiana
have. I
Jones.
know, always bugs and
So
always
make
snakes.
a centipede scene, of
Mhm.
course.
But
And,
the eels was kind of a cool little twist
Yeah.
that I didn't see.
and again,
coming.
another scene where she just bailed on him.
Yeah. And
Just
I
took off.
liked the design of that too. That I don't want to say abandoned ship, but the sunken ship at the bottom of the
Yeah.
ocean. I like those scenes. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too.
All
The whole Archimedes thing was super cool.
Yeah.
And, we're jumping all around, but for the final film for Indiana Jones, a guy who's been hunting history his entire life, for him to be able to actually see history is a very cool ending, I thought.
I agree.
It's poetic, and he wanted to
You
stay.
understand? I got to be honest. I like that. I did
Yeah.
like that. I thought that was
I'm glad
really
I'm
funny.
glad he didn't.
Yes,
Because
that's what I was thinking
The
when I was
Marion
watching.
scene is great at the very end as
Mhm.
well. So I'm really glad because it shows, you're not a relic, you're still needed here. You have family and whatnot. And that's what he thought. He thought he was
He thought he was done. He was like,
was a
well, who
dinosaur.
else am I going to live for?
exactly.
That was actually a pretty sad scene too. But I love that she just decked him in the face
Yeah.
because I was like,
That's something he would have done.
I know because I was
Decking
like,
her in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
In a heartbeat.
but I was just like, I was watching it. And I was like, really, he's going to stay there? I don't like that ending. I really
No.
didn't. And then
He
when
would've
she
died.
punched
He
him,
would've
my
died.
whole theater, including
Yeah.
me, laughed out loud.
Yeah. He would have
It's a
died
good
in
moment.
weeks,
Yeah, of
from
course.
infection.
Yeah.
Like she said, they would have put eels.
There's no
on him.
medicine.
They would've put-
Yeah, and leeches.
Leeches.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I liked the ending a lot. I just felt it was the story of getting him back and everything. The writing just could have been a better, I thought, for Indiana Jones, because Indiana Jones, the writing, although crazy shit happens constantly, the writing is always very good and very grounded.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are dying in this one too. I
They
like
were.
that. A lot of Nazis. A lot of
Mhm.
Nazis die at the very beginning. One scene, something that scared me at the very start was once he escapes from the hanging, he goes and he like punches the Nazi out of the car and he
Mhm.
throws the Nazi immediately down. These guys
And then
had
these
to have
guys-
stepped over.
Okay, yeah, I remember that scene.
And
very
right with that,
vividly.
I'm like, oh no, this is not. If they're
I
gonna.
know. I'm like,
Like,
no
I don't think
continuity at all.
anyone else noticed it in my.
Oh, I noticed.
I
It.
know,
I
but did the Nazi just leap over that guy?
He's like, well, he's dead.
sleeping on the job.
War is war. You know, everyone's dead.
Yeah.
We're just walking over bodies at this point. I thought that was strange too. Mm-hmm.
I thought it was straight, dude, but it kicks off an awesome chase scene, and the
Yeah.
train scene was fucking cool.
It was.
and awesome. I wish there was a little more to Toby Jones going crazy.
I thought there was going to be more Toby Jones
Yeah.
in this film. I was a little surprised for them to have that great flashback and then for him to be gone.
Yeah, I
afterwards.
wish there was a little more to like the dial drove everyone kind of mad, but it wasn't kind of that thing. He
That
was
would've
just
been cool,
obsessed.
too.
Yeah, I wanted
Yeah.
a little bit more of that because really we didn't need to see the Toby Jones scenes because they explain it in exposition.
Mhm.
Before that, he explains the entire thing, and
Yeah.
then we go back to a flashback anyways.
They want to make sure the audience got it. You know, they're like, "Hey, look,
Yeah,
this is
he
how
took the dial.
Yeah, he took the dial.
Do not forget, he took
He
the
has it.
dial. Okay, yeah,
He has it in his possession."
but I liked it. For the most part, it was fun.
Yeah.
You know,
Should we talk about this? Let's talk. This is actually very sad. The budget for this, $250-300 million. This took many years to come out. Not doing great at the box office.
Yeah,
We're at 152
unfortunately,
million.
I don't know. I mean,
So-
people reviews, people still don't get how reviews affect a film.
They really affect them.
If this film was getting super good reviews, I really believe people would be going out in
Yep.
droves. It's hard to get people in the theater right now.
Yep.
We're seeing that for a lot of films,
especially summertime. People are busy and whatnot.
but for the right film, people will come out.
Mhm.
We've seen that already. We've seen what Avatar did. It crushed. And because it got good reviews. It didn't get as good as the first one, but it got good reviews. If this one got better reviews, it would have done. But man, Harrison Ford taking $20 million. James Mangold got a pretty paycheck.
Yeah.
Steven Spielberg takes his producer fee, which is the biggest producer fee in Hollywood. That's probably $60 million right there, just in those three people.
That's not even getting the production off the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like base pay.
So it's just how expensive movies have gone. It's disgusting. Yeah, it is. It's so.
When then you go over to
crazy.
You go over to India, and we review a lot of Indian film.
Yeah.
They can make an amazing movie for like pennies on the dollar.
Well, they do it here all the time too. Look at Green Knight was what, a $20 million budget.
Exactly.
That film looked fucking amazing. Yep. It's just how expensive everything in the world is right now. Yeah. It is insane.
I want to talk about the reviews though, because Rotten Tomatoes. So the critic score with 309 reviews is 68%, but the audience score with over 2,500 verified ratings on the audience score is 88%.
I'm probably right in the middle of those.
Yeah.
I'm probably like a 78 or something. Maybe
I would have given it like a B-. I would say like a good solid 80, because honestly, like throughout this whole film, I really did enjoy it.
I think the time travel and going back in the Roman time is going to make it and break it for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I think some people are going to love it and some people are going to hate it. I don't think it's going to be a lot of middle of the road. I enjoyed it for the most part.
Yeah.
I really liked it. The stupidity of the Nazis flying so low. I mean, I think that's stuff that the critics are looking.
Have they ever been the brightest people? You know what I mean? I mean, I guess outside of the scientists, but have they?
Yeah. I can't remember what scene. Some scene is great. He says something along to Harrison Ford where it's like, you should have stayed out of, it's like Sicily or something. He's like, you should have stayed out of Poland. Yeah. I love just bashing the Nazis.
That was pretty good line.
Yeah. But yeah, so many Nazis still in the 1969 that they are ready uniformed.
Uniforms and everything. They had those things dry cleaned, it looks like. They were ready to go.
I like that too, Very organized. This was like the last
hoorah.
It's like, but it's like a plan 30 years later, that the Nazis, those crazy bastards, they always got something.
They're always plotting.
They're trying to bring that. And in this case, I love that it wasn't trying to bring Hitler back.
Yes. And I like that twist. I like that twist of like trying to kill Hitler instead.
Oh yeah.
But all right, Cash. Well, I mean, anything else you have on this film? Anything else that we have not talked about? I mean, the CIA was in this film. That was fun.
Yeah. They were for a little bit. Whatever happened but don't forget, he was like the fugitive again. They were looking for him for murder. That just blew over.
Right. That was another thing too. I was like,
this guy's gonna be
so now he's not a murderer anymore. I don't know.
Yeah.
So prove the dial of destiny. I have no idea.
Yeah. And you know what? People are saying, he's so damn old. How's he getting around? Don't forget, in my head canon, he took a little sip of the Holy Grail. Remember,
he did.
That's got to give you some kind of youthful spirit.
It will.
He can ride a horse. He can still and those punches, those old man strength punches. He's
works pretty well.
Cracking a Nazi in the jaw.
Yeah,
it's a one-hitter quitter.
I will say there was one hokey scene that I actually liked, and I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I liked it. And that was, and it's hokey and it's stupid, and it can only work in an Indiana Jones film. But he's cracking the whip at the table when they're doing the bids.
Oh yeah, I just wish they hadn't showed so much in the advertisement.
I know, but I did like that scene because they all pull out their guns. Because think about that. That was hilarious. In reverse order.
And I loved all the Monaco scenes too. Like that felt Indiana Jones to me. When they go to like the auction of that just felt super Indiana Jones to me. Yeah. I like that too. Yeah. Some of the best scenes though, they obviously showed in the advertisement.
I know.
I thought Toby Jones shooting him in the hand would have been a lot funnier if I hadn't seen that multiple times already. One thing we didn't talk about though was they bring back John Rhys Davies, Gimli himself, his friend, who tried to go on the adventure with him, but he is really old.
He's real old. And he's got like great grandkids. I don't know what they are. Great grandkids. He's getting real old.
He's only a year older than Harrison Ford though.
That's
in real life. And he did not look like he was getting around. That's fucking Gimli himself, man.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool they brought him back.
It is cool, yeah, and I'm glad that they did.
And I
'cause
felt
he
like it
was
wasn't
a huge part of the
hokey, like, we
original
gotta pull
franchise.
absolutely.
Yeah.
He was helping him out.
Yeah.
He was always in Egypt, though. Now he lives in the United States.
Which that was kind of cool
Yeah.
too, to because it was very subtle and very quick. But he says, teaching his kids to be Egyptian, but also American too.
Yeah, I
Now that
like-
they're coming over.
I like that, and we talked about it a little bit, but I like bringing Marion back. I thought that scene was super sweet of, like, does it hurt here? They brought it back.
You know what
It
I
was
liked?
nice.
Real subtle. And I love this because I was looking for it when she came back at the very end of the movie because I remembered very vividly he put the magnet over her face.
Yeah.
And if you watch,
Yeah,
Mike,
yeah.
he, as she's talking, he's
Oh,
like,
she's a great character.
very
yeah.
like subtly
Yeah.
takes the magnet off and like puts it
Yeah.
over. I loved it. That was great continuity and a really funny scene. A lot of people laughed in my theater seeing that, catching that.
I liked it.
Yeah, so did
I
I.
like that scene a lot. Yeah. Overall, like I said, if you haven't seen it, you're on the fence about, I would definitely recommend going and seeing it.
Yes, as
you
would
know,
I. I had a
it's-
good time with it.
I think even time will be better on this one
Yeah.
after a while. I think critics maybe were just a little too hard on it. I don't know why.
Nah, nor do I.
But there was some things that, were easily fixed that I don't know why they did it. It was just a smooth storyline, but overall, I enjoyed it, Mason.
As did I.
Yeah.
Well, that is our review for Indiana Jones 5, Dial of Destiny. If you guys like what you've seen here, please be sure to smash the like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel. Our next goal is 20,000 subscribers.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. We're getting pretty close. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. My name is Mason Knight. That is Cash Kraus. And until next time.
Bye.